Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on karma for your terrible landlord. So this could apply to any kind of figure, like maybe an Airbnb host, anything that's kind of associated with like land rental of any sort. So think of a particular person that would fit that category, and let's get started. So what karma will they get for? They've done something bad. They've been bad, and let's see what their karma is. So we've got pile number 1, kind of a stone quarry. Pile 2, gold, and pile 3, sort of a pinkish, blackish stone. So let's get started. Pile number 1, karma for your terrible. Okay, 4 of Wands. So that's already indicating something about stability. Maybe they stole your stability. I'm hearing that they somehow. It has kind of a vibe of like somebody who was a big apartment owner, and they destroyed everything, and they sent out a lot of people, and they didn't give any notice, is what I'm hearing. They kind of took away people. I'm going to put this camera back so you can see the cards. We've got the 4 of Wands, High Priestess. They took away people's security, and they had people in the dark, not knowing what was going to happen next, type thing. And they didn't know what was going to happen next, and they caused a huge amount of emotional pain, right? Ace of Cups is about emotion. So they stole people's stability, and because of that, it gives me the vibe of like a Scrooge apartment building, heartless millionaire owning a whole bunch of apartment buildings or a lot of complexes. If that, it could be an individual person and not that big conglomerate, but it's something. In line, so it could be a small fry too, but it's sort of like the point is they took people's security and didn't have people know what was happening and caused emotional ruckus, if you will. So listen what their karma is going to be. I'm hearing that pain. Wow, well that's quite pain. So I'm hearing these cries of pain. Like it's almost like the cries of pain that they've caused to, and I'm hearing, yeah, it could be just like it could be a multitude of people if it's like an apartment complex and they made a whole bunch of people insecure, but whatever it is, or they may have done that to a lot of people, but it's sort of the cries of pain stick to them and cause bad energy to, and rigid. So when I'm hearing that they were very rigid, they were very rigid with people. So now when they kind of want to I'm hearing the governor, they may be working with high, I don't know why I get this big conglomerate. I'm hearing someone that it will all be taken back, is what I'm hearing. What they took from people will to be taken back in one form or another. Oh, yeah, wow. Taken back. And then I pulled, I love this deck right here. I'm not even sure if it's actually meant for these kind of readings, but someone gave it to me, and they've got tons of wonderful words on it. But yeah, I got and then and that's exactly what they'll kind of owe someone, or they'll owe the universe back because of what they did was. And I'm hearing it could have been, you heard the phrase legal but wrong. When something's like, yeah, you can get away with it. I mean, it was legal to do what was done in Germany. That was legal, right? In the 1920s, was it? Yeah, what went on. I mean, so that was legal to do. That doesn't mean it was right. So interesting. Suppressed compulsion. So it's like I get this is him getting this is Scrooge. Okay, that this person has addiction issues. So that's part of their karma, is having almost to deal with the pain that they've caused other people. I'm hearing like an alcoholic addiction issues, or people in this conglomerate, this rental conglomerate. They have a lot of addiction issues, and then erotics. So maybe they consort with what's the right word, ladies of the night, street female work, or even male workers, right? I mean, those kind of workers are male as well too. They can be, but wow, that's crazy. Did you hear what I said? I just said those kind of workers can be male as well, and then I make this card. That's super weird. So maybe, yeah, it just gets a sense of there's this really, in this organization or this rental person, there's some really dark. Not that there's anything wrong with being like like this card. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like that. But we got two. What I'm trying to say is we've got two cards, and I said there was like there was an addictive energy, and then I got two kind of. We've got we've got that word right there. Sexull. I don't want to trigger, and then erotic. So it's sort of I'm getting this person, alcoholism. They can consort with a lot of, and I'm not dissing anybody who does that kind of work or any person's like orientation or anything like that. It's all fine if it's consenting adults, but it's sort of like I'm just getting this really like dark energy of somebody who's like in a seedy bar type thing, and they do seedy things, and it's sort of like they've got all this money now, but it's like now they're really seedy, like posture, and they may not even have that money. It may just, I'm just getting something really shady. And then and you may not, okay, what I'm hearing for this is you may not know, I'm hearing you may know 20% of what's going on. But yeah, I'm getting this like, it could be stuff that's going on in the dark legally too that they're doing. But yeah, like sort of like they're going to dive bars, picking up like $50 PHORES, that kind of thing, right? I'm just getting, and I'm not dissing anyone who's a worker of that type or a spicy worker, if you will. But it's sort of like this person, they kind of really are addicted to that and that kind of energy, the alcoholism, the really dark rot, like they're kind of rotting in this energy. Right, so it's just like, and like I'm hearing there's no laughter, or there's an evil laughter. It's kind of this person, and this person may have, okay, what I'm hearing, this person may have almost laughed about. I'm getting for some this might be like a sociopathic vibe, and they may have laughed about what they did for other people. If they're a sociopathic person who did this action, who had people out in the street. But then I'm hearing as soon after the laughter there would be a failure, a nosedive, right? An absolute nosedive, and hope, and where hope is gone. But yeah, some really and then they'll over it. It's sort of like this person's a really they kind of rot in their own psychological filth, and they're constantly fighting inner demons. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, we've all fought inner demons. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's kind of like this person, it's like they're fighting it forever because they don't have this basis in integrity. Like most people can sort of get out of their, or I don't know, like this person just doesn't have a basis of integrity. So it's hard for them to level up is what I'm hearing. But let's see what else is there come. Okay, I'm going to grab the Gypsy Oracle. I'm going to take all these cards out and see what else we get. But yeah, it's interesting when you're doing a reading and then you just say something and then you flip the card and you're going through the cards and then it's like, that's just what I was thinking. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Let's see. Constancy. So this person took away people's constancy. Now people are enemies of this person, and so it's like I'm hearing they may piss off like a biker gang or something. Wow, a biker gang. Then I've got thief. So like it's sort of like they may piss off something who wants to get something back, and then they might go and find a way to do that, to like go into this person's house when they're kind of feeling comfortable on their seat, when they're feeling relaxed. So this person may want to, they may think that money was stolen from them, and it's kind of like they mess with a biker gang or even one of those dark organizations, and it's sort of like, it's kind of like they've Scrooge who stole people's joy. So they're just kind of like, this person is going to kind of, I guess you see this feeling, I just get this image of this person being completely relaxed, and then their constancy being shaken by something. Wow, and we've got foe and enemy. So this person has made a lot of enemies, I'm hearing, other than you. And I'm hearing that it's a collective reading, but you may only know 20% of what's going on. And prison, this person, they've pissed off people that are the type that go to prison. You know what I mean? Like in gangs and everything. Like they've pissed off people like that. or they might actually go to prison for some sort of scheme that's going underneath. So yeah, they may journey to prison, or they may journey to prison, or there may be people in prison who may journey to them thinking that they're a thief, a foe, because they stole their constancy, or maybe they did something. Yeah, it just feels like a dark energy this person's associated with. And then I see this image of somebody weird. I see this image of, and I don't want to trigger, I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly and trigger friendly, you know what I mean? But I said, just keep on seeing this image of somebody jumping off a tall structure that people jump off when they want to stop things. I don't know, that's trying to keep it trigger friendly, but so, and I don't know if this is what the person is. Oh my goodness. And then this card just shot out right here. You see that? The D-E-A, I don't know, death. The death card. And this is, and I had that image, and this card came out. So it's sort of like either they're going to feel that way, or they've caused people to feel that way. So yeah, it feels rather serious. Like they really uprooted people's security, whether it's at an individual level, like just a one homeowner, or a whole conglomerate of, you know, apartment owner type thing. But foe, yeah, it keeps on like foe. It's like but yeah, so that's really either that they felt that way, or they're going to feel that way, or they've caused people to feel that way. And people don't feel consolation, and it's just this weird dark, the whole situation feels like this weird dark energy where people are affected, they want to get revenge. It's like this soup of really dark energy type thing all around. It just feels like it's just precipitated this dark energy, and because of that, the karma will occur. Okay, that's pile number 1. Now let's go to pile number 2. The karma for the terrible landlord, or King of Pentacles. Well, this is ultimately the homeowner, landowner card, the King of Pentacles. So let's see what else we get. It feels we've got a gold here. It's a bit of Two of Swords. So I'm hearing that this person is going to feel constantly insecure. The Chariot. Let's see. The Chariot feels significant. Running away from things, running towards something. Let's see. We've got the Death card. We've got the King. So we've got major. The Chariot and Death are major. The King of Cups and Temperance. So I'm hearing that this person is going to be forced to go into another direction. And they won't like it. They won't like it. It's like something will upset their plans, I'm hearing. And it's sort of like, and what I'm hearing is that they're in a state of insecurity for a long time, right? They were in a state of insecurity, but something will upset their plans. Like, it's like, I'm hearing a chink in, you know, when the bicycle is going along, and there's kind of like this chink, like if somebody was like somebody's going along on a bicycle, and they're a nice pink colored bicycle or what have you, and then someone sticks a rod or a stick in it and it stops and they go flying. That's the image that I get. And it's like there's no consolation. And I'm hearing that this person has they've done this. Something will happen that will publicly embarrass them. This person. That's what I'm getting. This person, they're kind of cause them anxiety. Yeah, public embarrassment. And it's sort of like it's this festering sore they've had for a long time. And they've gone, I'm hearing they've gone beyond, above and beyond. Okay, I'm getting another karma. This is a big one too. And I'm going to get back to embarrassment and anxiety, but this is what I'm getting to, is that why they ended up in this mess in the first place is because money is so important to them that they've cut ethical corners again, and I'm hearing like 7 times. Like they did things to sort of screw people around, screw people over, just sort of to put themselves on top in order, because it's almost like money is their god, and so they've done things always to get ahead. But they're extremely frustrated because I'm hearing none of it is worked. And they have anxiety, grief, all these negative anxiety, grief, embarrassment. Like they've done, let's see some more cards. I'm hearing that they've gone against, self-respect. they've gone against their own self-respect, their sense of even their sense of humor. They've gone against their own, they don't really have morals, right? And now we've got shield themselves, right? So it's sort of like, or maybe people are watching. Okay, sense of humor. Maybe people are watching this with humor. That's what I'm getting to for this. But they've gone against their what should be their self-respect, their morals. Shield yourself, self-respect, something else. So I'm hearing that this person in their pursuit of wealth really cut corners and made people feel that they had to shield themselves. So now this person is they're basically having to shield themselves from other people. They're having to shield themselves from other people's, what do you call it, I'm hearing people would start being very intrusive with them. Like, it's almost like they're unfair. They always tip the scale in their favor, or again and again and again, in their their pursuit to get ahead. But I'm hearing they never got ahead. They never, it always equalized. Like, if they did something to this landlord to get an extra bit of money out of someone, or I'm hearing they did if it's an Airbnb, they would say, oh, there's all this damage here when there wasn't. Or they'd kind of lie and make it seem a certain way just to always get ahead. But it always equalized. And this person feels extremely frustrated because they realize that they've never come out on top despite their shady deals. They've even gone beyond. But they feel anxiety, grief, and embarrassment. That's somehow. So I'm getting that. I keep on getting public humiliation. I'm hearing that it could be a spouse cheating on them, doing something they don't really want to think about, and it's something that knocks them down off of their high heel, or something. Somebody who's sort of bigger than them will cause them anxiety, in the whole anxiety, and it's almost like they feel like they want to die from embarrassment. I'm hearing public exposure. Either someone cheats on them, or they're found to be cheating, but it's really a gift in disguise, a situation, but they don't see it as such. And they just what I'm seeing is the person begins to see everyone as false around them, but it's really they are the one who is false. They were the one who was false and did this to other people. And I'm hearing this is a pattern, young woman. So this person could be, they're not necessarily a younger woman, but they've done this since they were young. This is a pattern that they've done. I keep on getting the word 7. I don't know if it's 7 times, but it's they've done this over and over, because they've got a gleam in their eye for money. And they just basically do it again and again and again. And it's like a pattern since they were 18, I hear. Since they were they've done this again and again and again. Sort of done this to people. And there's a point when people will it will catch up to them, right? So let's see, what else is there coming? I'm going to take these, see if there's any additional bits of karma. Let's see what are any bits of karma for, because I just keep on getting, they've done things to get extra cash that were questionable. They did things to get cash, and they focus upon divine and perfect health. So what I'm hearing is they never focused on the divine. They're too physically oriented, and this person just over and over again just. And they could be in some cases a sociopath, but in other ways they're just ethically challenged, and they just, instead of exploring their options, they were just so single-mindedly connected to making, they weren't on the right path. They were just so obsessed with making money that they just, they didn't really look at their other options. They just decided, oh, well, if there was money to be taken, they would. And they didn't think about how, how this would affect other people. I mean, they didn't care. All they cared about, King of Pentacles again. All they cared about was their their bag, their money, right? And they do anything, they'd attack anyone to get what they wanted. But it's a hope. They feel hopeless because it's just like this. Okay, what it reminds me of. Okay, this is what it reminds me of. You know when you're on the highway or the freeway, and then they try to get. Okay, the person, they pass you. They try and get ahead of you, and then they pass you, and you go along, and then you're going along, and then you both are stopped at the next red light. Has that ever happened to you? I've seen that happen a number of times. The person, they try and get really fast, swerving or get ahead, but then you both end up at the same red light, right? The next minute or something, right? And it's like. And it's just, that's what it reminds me of. The person, like, they really wanted to get ahead. And I'm hearing a surprise. What else is it? What is it? A surprise. I'm hearing surprise sorrow. I'm hearing that like a gift, but it's a surprise sorrow in the form of a gift. Like, if the person is being slowed down with a surprise sorrow, but it's like, it could be prison. It puts this person almost in mental prison. I don't think it's like we got prison and scholar, so it like they end up being in like a mental prison type thing, and yeah, it's some sort of embarrassment. Something happens that shakes this person to their core. It's like it kind of shakes their values they've held. Cause I keep on getting that they've done the same. That's constancy. They've done the same thing. I said since they were a young woman or young man or whoever. But I'm hearing it's almost since they were a child. They've had this pattern of like they may have been the person in the playground who tried to get and an old woman. I got young woman before, child, young woman, and old woman, and. So it's like they may be the type that was a little bit, you know, when you're trading, yeah, even when you're like, that's what I'm getting, like, this may have been the type that when they were trading, I don't know if you remember Pogs or something, or trading cards, right, hockey cards, they may have been the type, even in elementary school, that's like, was always unethical, always not quite, you know, right, you know, not quite, you know what I mean, right? So it's like, it's kind of like this person. That's what they've done. They've done the same thing over and over, and then finally it's gonna just this huge conglomerate of I get like a big issue, like a public embarrassment is gonna happen. But yeah, that was pile number 2, and let's go to pile number. But yeah, it just feels like it feels very karmic in the truest sense of word. Like the person doing the same pattern, and then this so even from the playground I heard. So now it's gonna just be upended. So I'm hearing that they've done this to other people as well, and you may or may not be aware of this, but they've done what they did to you to sort of be unfair monetarily or in some way. They've done it to other people as well. So that's pile number 2. Now pile number 3. Let's see. Karma for your terrible element. 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Okay. So this person, they're basically, what are they doing? They've got something. It's like they tried to burden people. I'm hearing that they burdened people by not paying for things that they should have. Like they were very cheap, is what I'm hearing. Like if there was something wrong with the place, they wouldn't pay. Or what I'm hearing is they blamed other people. Like if something went wrong in your apartment or whatever complex or rental or what have you, they made it was your fault when it wasn't your fault, is what I'm hearing. They did that kind of thing over and over, like very false, pretending that it was like all right when it wasn't. And now, yeah, they'll be hell to pay, is what I'm hearing. They'll be hell to pay for this, and they'll eventually they'll have to pay for this. I'm hearing they'll have to pay for this eventually, is what I'm hearing. And it's sort of like Yeah, they basically, it's like what I'm hearing is death by 1,000 cuts. They basically, they would never take responsibility, and it's like they kept on doing things over and over to you. They added up to being a very unpleasant experience. They were never right. They never, they never fully, they were never integrous. What I'm hearing is they were never integrous in any way. And okay, what is their karma? So let's see. And okay, what I'm hearing, another bit more about this person is they present themselves as being very good to the outside world. So it's very almost narcissistic vibe. They present themselves as being very good, but really like it's like they may like have the right things to say, to make themselves like look good with letter, right? But they're really like that's the word. What I'm trying to say is they're very two-faced, a very two-faced person, not a very faithless person. Like I get very faithless, very two-faced, very two-faced and unintegrous. They may even be that way with their friends if they have any. I'm hearing. So let's see. So what is their karma? Okay, retreat and hate. Okay, what I'm hearing is this person. They're kind of narcissistic, and they love to. They're almost like a slimy person that will do whatever they can to get one over, and they're going to be forced to retreat, and they're going to hate this. Let's see. Why will they be forced to retreat, and why will they hate this? Let's see. Money, because they won't have any. I'm hearing bad investment opportunity. It's sort of like this person. Like I'm hearing the words, "How could you?" And they basically, it's like a friend or somebody is two-faced with them and get them into a bad investment opportunity. The friend's just like, oh, this investment is really going to go well, but then it doesn't. Or something about their property will really tank and lose value. And they'll be forced, it's almost like this person, any kind of sense of losing any power is like a very low consciousness developed person, and I'm hearing their wife will hate them in some cases, or their husband will hate them even, but it's sort of like, or won't want to have, okay, or I'm hearing they have a gold digger wife in some cases who won't want to be with them anymore because they never liked them for who they was. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but it's sort of like, yeah, so something will happen that will be like, they will essentially so I'm seeing this disappearing, like all their extras will disappear. Like this person really is extremely materialistic, extremely narcissistic, and they like to have, and it's like almost like any kind of, even a 20% or 30% reduction of whatever they have is a threat to them, like a very, very low consciousness. But I'm hearing, yeah, there'll be like a really bad investment from somebody who they trusted. It's a surprise. It's a super surprise because they thought it was solid, or something about their property they thought was solid, but it's like crawling with some sort of bugs of some sort that they weren't aware of. And then there's somebody and then also it's like two surprises. I'm hearing a monetary surprise and then a personal life surprise. Something where somebody is not who somebody is. Okay, I'm hearing that somebody is as two-faced as they are, and they basically, yeah, somebody is as two-faced as they are, and it's sort of like they like they get them, either they backstab them and there's somebody in their life is not who they think they are, or yeah, something like, or their investment is somehow tied to their money, or something about their investment is not what they think it is, and then it's just like, it's almost like I'm hearing like waves underneath the surface type thing. It's sort of like, yeah, and then they just kind of everything, and then I'm hearing everything goes to hell from there. Everything goes to hell from there, and it's sort of like, let's see what else. Let's see, we got 6. So we've got surprise, and it came out again. Surprise came out. I shuffled it, and it came out again. So I like to do that. Shuffle it and see if any of the cards a gift, yeah, surprise gift, and surprise, and I keep on seeing, like, this is a picture. I see, like, all the, you know, all the baubles and all the niceties on the top of this table. Do you see that? I'm seeing it almost like disappearing. Or somebody who's two-faced. Okay, I'm hearing somebody who's two-faced. As two-faced as they are stealing their wife and their money. Like, they're somebody who thought was with them for the right reasons. And then I pull it, and then I've got a woman here, a young woman or a woman. And then they basically, they take something stabbed in the back by somebody as two-faced as somebody who they thought would serve them eternally. Serve and then servant. Somebody that they thought, it's like this almost has got this. The person has got really arrogant, pompous, really almost nasty vibes. Is this pile almost like nasty vibes? But yet they expect other people to be loyal to them. But it's like I'm hearing like death to all areas of their life. Not necessarily physical death, but it's like death to all areas of their life. No more service, no more servant. Like, it's almost like they have a trophy, like a really attractive trophy wife who they thought was with them for the right reasons, but they weren't. Falseness, just tons of falseness, because this person they're pompous and they're unethical, and they're just really the type that will just do things to get ahead, and just absolutely no ethical compass. Just me, really a self-centered me type person. And a room, and I'm hearing empty. The room will be empty. Interesting, because someone will take a chunk of their money. And I'm hearing this person thinks they're very ego driven, right? Very lack of spiritual energy is what I'm getting. And it's sort of like any kind of, even if they have like $1 million and then somebody takes 30% of it, right? And they still got a lot. It's like the end of the world. This person is just a very low consciousness, smarmy. I don't know if that's a word. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that's just what came to mind. Smarmy. I'll have to look it afterwards. It may be the wrong, what do you call it, word. But anyway, that's what came to mind. But foe, and then this person. Okay, what I'm hearing a foe is that they like everyone thinks of this person as a foe, or they did, or they will, or it's the process of doing that, and they just don't. They're kind of a little clueless, narcissistic, pompous. They're kind of a smart in certain areas, but kind of stupid too, is what I'm hearing. Like a smart, stupid person type thing. It's a really smart person, and yeah, trap. And then I just hear them yelling because they really don't like to be. They don't like to be trapped. This person, and not at all. They really don't like that. They don't like. And this is putting out of Eight of Swords, and this is the resting. Is when someone's like, they're going to prison, they're sick, they're out of commission in some way. And the Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords are both complement each other nicely about that. And then Nine of Swords, so worrying, all this sword mental energy. But it's sort of like this person, I'm hearing they'll probably lash out, but it's almost like they'll look like a sad, pathetic child with the Page of Cups, or they'll feel that way again, and it will make them very angry. Yeah, they'll feel like this Page of Cups in the worst sense, and they'll feel very angry about feeling that way, about feeling almost being reduced to a child again, and they won't like that. All right, so that's what we have. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you find a better place to live eventually. And I know these things can be hard, and yeah. So I hope you have a terrific day. Bye bye.